What's up everyone, Sean Count Blagrath here today with an album review, this time of the 2013 Northern Silence Productions release of Echoes of Battle by Caladan Brood. If you are not familiar with Caladan Brood, they are a two-piece atmospheric black metal band hailing from Salt Lake City, and their brand of atmospheric black metal is the very epic sounding style that has been pioneered by Summoning. And I'm a big Summoning fan. I love them. So when I heard that these guys were kind of summoning worship, I'm not big on worship bands, so I didn't have that high of hopes, but I knew it would be good. And when I saw Luke Hammerhart, who is also doing a review of this along with Brandon at Absent Productions, link will be in the description to their reviews, along with them. But when I saw Luke Hammerhart did a unpackaging video of his CD, excuse me, I became extremely excited, and just from the cover art, I knew I was going to love it. I gave this album many, many listens, and I love it more and more each time. These guys, whenever a band kind of worships Summoning, you kind of think that they're going to not really sound much different from them, and they're going to rely too much on the keyboards and the folk elements and all of that crap, because some people perceive Summoning as a band that does that relies too much on it and not so much the black metal side of things, or really even the metal side of things. Where these guys definitely put a lot of focus on that, because the guitar riffs are definitely noticeable, they're definitely present, and they have a major part of it. They're actually the meat of the songs. But at the same time, they do at times take a backseat, but only when necessary. I love the riffs. They're not very fast. They range from being slow to kind of upper mid pace, and to me that adds to this sort of bombastic feel that the songs already have. It makes them sorrow-filled. It makes them very melancholic. Makes them very just beautiful. There's no real anger to this black metal. There's no real evil or anything like that. It's just something that is beautiful and sorrowful, and I love those two things, because there is a certain amount of beauty in sorrow, and these guys really provide that sort of feel with the music, especially in the guitars. What I also love about this is the keys. The keys can take it from being this sorrow-filled album to being this extremely triumphant album without it really interrupting the pace. And every song on here provides something different, and a huge part of the difference within each song is the keys. The keys really provide this very unique sort of atmosphere that is almost battle-like, that's very triumphant sounding, extremely folk-oriented, and it adds to the beauty of it. And that is what I love about this album. It is a gorgeous, beautiful album from beginning to end. And it just keeps that pace going throughout every song. And that's pretty amazing that these guys can write songs that are over 10 minutes a piece, except for two of them, which are 9 minutes. They can write over 9-minute songs and keep them interesting and make them so you could tell which songs are which throughout the album. And I love that. Great, great stuff. Another thing that's great about this album is the drum machine, or what I believe is a drum machine, it sounds like. Summoning are known for having an obvious drum machine, and to me I've always felt like that added a certain amount of character. And once again with Caladan Brood, that adds to the character of the album, and I like that quite a bit. Some people won't, some people find it to be a turnoff, but I really like that. It sounds very good. It doesn't have this really mechanical sort of vibe to it. It's just the sonic sound of it that sounds a little bit like a drum machine, but at the same time I like it because it kind of adds to the atmosphere of what I've come to expect with bands like Summoning, and I love it. My personal favorite part of this album, besides the keys, is the absolutely amazing vocal performance. The growls and the rasps are just this really throaty sort of black metal scream. It's not very shrieky at all. It just has this very angry sort of gruff, throaty rasp to it that I really, really like. That's my favorite style of black metal vocal, and I love it on here. And what's even better is they incorporate these clean vocals that have this very deep, sort of baritone-esque sound to them that reminds me of what you hear on Isengard albums, or Heidvolk, or even Woods of Ypres, which I really like a lot. One of the most beautiful, beautiful parts on this album is on the closing 14-minute epic called Book of the Fallen. At the very end is what could quite possibly be one of the most powerful things I have ever heard, like not only this year, but in general. How beautiful the vocals sound along with the keys, and then when the vocals are all on its own, when it closes the track, just gave me this rush of emotions, and I haven't felt that much emotion from music since Woods 5 by Woods of Ypres. So huge props to them for that. This is an amazing, amazing piece of atmospheric black metal that everyone needs to hear. If you're a fan of black metal, you need to hear it. If you're a fan of folk metal, you need to hear it. If you're just a fan of beautiful music, you need to hear this. And I encourage all of you to pick it up. I'm going to be buying the vinyl when that comes out, which is going to be a double 180-gram vinyl with printed inner sleeves, a poster, all that great stuff. And I'm going to be ordering the A5 Digipack very soon. That's limited to 1,000 copies. I encourage you guys to pick that up as well, because A5 Digis are great. And Caladan Brew definitely deserves your support. For a score, I'm feeling a very strong 9 out of 10 on this. Absolutely phenomenal. Can't wait to hear from more of these guys. And that's it, everyone. Hope you guys like the review. Hope you guys like this band. Check them out. Give them support. Support Northern Silence Productions. Subscribe to Luke Hammerhart and Absent Productions. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And as always, keep it metal.